Beautiful people. It's such a beautiful evening. It's honestly blue skies and sunshine, and you can feel there's a freshness in the air because it's still spring. And I wanted to come on just to really share a message with you that I hope resonates with many of you. And my message is, you do not need to be perfect. And why am I sharing this? I am sharing this because I'm currently in the final part of my clinical hypnotherapy training. It's been a year of training, and I need to submit my final assignment. And for those that know me, they will know that I really struggle with very intense anxiety and overwhelm when I'm confronted with situations where I feel like it's kind of a pass or fail situation, like an exam or a test. And I've shared about this before here online. When I did my biking test, for example, many years ago, I really struggled and I failed so many times because the anxiety and overwhelm just took over. And it puts me very much in like a freeze response where I can't concentrate. I feel exhausted. The inner critic creeps in and I doubt everything that I do, everything that I write, everything that I work on. And this has been a real challenge as I decided to go on this 3-year course. The first year is clinical hypnotherapy, and then it's psychotherapeutic counselling for 2 years. And this is that final piece of work I need to submit. And I've gone on this real journey of overthinking everything, questioning myself, asking for reassurance from fellow students, from my tutor, from friends, from family, to extremes because I kept doubting myself and questioning myself. And I've probably rewritten it 100 times. And what have I learned? So I'm about to submit it tomorrow morning. I'm going to have one more final reread and then I need to let it go. I have learned that I need to really trust myself. I need to trust myself as I move into the next 2 years into my psychotherapeutic counselling training. I think it's like an essay a month, and I can't go through this dysregulation and overwhelm each month. And it's been a really great lesson to remind myself that this is a pattern of behavior that I have been navigating for a really long time, since a young age. I kept falling into these unhelpful thinking patterns where the inner critic was dominant. I've kept falling into places where I wasn't compassionate with myself and kept doubting myself and questioning myself and ruminating and falling into that overwhelm and that freeze. And it's time to change that. It's time to change that. And so I've been actively really trying with this piece of work to embody more compassion, that I'm doing my best and it doesn't need to be perfect, that whatever the outcome, the world won't end, to trust myself and know that I'm doing enough and I'm doing my best, and that's enough. To give myself time. So I'm really bad for rushing things because I get overwhelmed and I fall into that freeze response. I tend to rush things, and by rushing things, this has meant at times that actually I've maybe submitted pieces of work or done pieces of work, whether it's at work or whilst I was studying, quicker than I should have. So I just got to the point where I was like, I can't read this anymore, and then submit it. And then the inner critic creeps in again because I then think, well, I should have done this differently or that differently. I don't just let it go. So that's one thing that I've done actively this time round, is I've really not rushed. I've taken my time. I've really sat with it, and also sat with what's come up with me somatically, emotionally, psychologically, and offered myself as much compassion as I can. And yeah, it's still a work in progress. I'm still working on this, and I'm sure this will be an issue that I will navigate for a very long time. It's been very consuming, and it's been embedded in my behavior and thinking patterns for most of my life. So it's something I just really want to address. And this year my whole kind of intention is to step into my power. And I guess this is another one of these opportunities. To step into my power, I need to let go of things that aren't serving me. I need to change patterns of behavior and thoughts and actions that have definitely not been serving me. And this is one of those. Really trusting that I have done my best when it comes to academic work or any kind of piece of work that feels like I have that pressure where my threat system is activated, where I think about, oh, what if I fail? What if I don't do well? What if I'm not good enough? It taps into all those layers of feeling unworthy and wanting to be good enough and overachieving, which is something I'm always working on. So yes, just really actively working with compassion, knowing I don't need to be perfect, knowing I'm doing enough, doing my best, and then knowing it's enough. not rushing things. And when I do submit a piece of work, just letting it go. And that's my intention for tomorrow morning. And it felt quite helpful to come on here and almost be accountable and also share that, like everyone else, I'm human and I have my stuff that I navigate. And this is one of those. So there we go. That's what I'm sharing today. And my final message again is we do not need to be perfect. We do not need to be perfect. I hope you're all well. I hope you're taking care. And yeah. If you don't know me, my name is Corey and I'm the face of Koa, my brand, and Koa Unplugged. And it is a beautiful day here in the heart of Edinburgh and I'm just grateful. Thank you.
Come on, sunshine.